Hi, guys. Welcome to Weekly Travel Updates with Melinda Fargus, Action Travel. Um, One of my friends sent me a message and said, well, you know what? We really don't know who you are, so I'm going to tell you briefly. I'm Melinda Fargus. I got in the travel business when I was just 20 and was able to travel the world. Have been very blessed to have been all over the world except for Asia. Um, I got to the land down under, but I have not had the opportunity for Asia. But I own Action Travel, and we are a full service storefront in downtown Mebane, North Carolina. About 10 miles from my house down the interstate. So we would love to serve you. We're open on Fridays and Saturdays from 11 until 5 and other times by appointment. Um, well, I have to say, I just want to see the chat flood with hey, Steve Bevins. I can read the chat this week, so if you say something, I will actually see it. Who watched the Oscars? Now, I love Will Smith. I like Will Smith. I watch a lot of his movies, and I rewatched some of them. But last night, when Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith being in G.I. Jane 2 and Will's group today. And if you could get the deposit in by the 31st, which is $100. Hey, Becky. Hey, Jason Scott. Then this is all phenomenal. On June 2nd, we're calling it Action Travels Start to Summer, and you can do a 4-night, 5-day sailing for $290 on an inside cabin. You can do an ocean view cabin for $350, and you can do a balcony for $500. So I was pretty darn excited that you can do all of that. Hold on just 1 second. I'll let you see my buddy, Patty. Hey, I'm doing my live. Can I call you back? I just showed them your picture. Okay. It's under Melinda Fargus on my Facebook page, although Facebook just said that they were having trouble. And I'm on LinkedIn and I'm on YouTube for Melinda Fargus. I'm not sure, but since I'm live, I'll buzz you back. How about that? Okay, bye. Okay, so I'm gonna have Patty as a guest soon. So I hate that we've lost Facebook, but hopefully people will watch on YouTube. Oh, that's why I put my name this way. I put it this way so you will go subscribe to For Melinda Fargus on YouTube, please. So here's what's going on. This summer sailing, it's called Action Travels Start to Summer. It is sailing June 2nd, and you can do the ocean view for $350, the inside cabin for $290, or the balcony for $500. Where else can I send you for 4 nights with food for $500? I'm going to tell you, not very many places, plus have entertainment and all the activities available on a ship. And this ship has got a serenity area just for adults. And I'm telling you, I have been on this ship a couple of times, and when they added the serenity area, it was fabulous. Okay. I need to tell you that Alaska is on sale for almost every cruise line. The Alaska prices have decreased again. So if you are considering Alaska with Action Travel for September 13th to the 23rd, then please reach out to us now because the rates have gone down. And again, our Alaska cruise tour, September 13th to the 23rd. New protocols. Well, we're seeing some of the same protocols. Testing looks like it's going to stay the same for now, especially as the subvariant, the VA2 of Omicron, it has gone through many places in Europe, the UK. Now, everything is open other than Austria. Austria is not open yet. And there are parts of Germany that there are still some restrictions. But basically, it's open. And the UK is not shutting down. However, their cases are in record numbers right now. So that's a little concerning. The guy that I listen to, he is in the UK, and the COVID cases going up hasn't got them really, really concerned because it is like the flu. I mean, like it is cold, it's fast, it's fevers, and it's over. I mean, it's similar to what Mom and I felt like we had a few weeks ago. So I had two questions. One this week was about solo cruising. So it depends on who you are. I'll tell you, for the mass market cruisers, it's going to be Norwegian. They just have more activities. They have solo cabins, and you can get solo cabins in an studio solo is what they call it. It's an inside cabin. But at the same time, I've priced an inside cabin like that for customers. And the Ocean View promotion that was on was dollars more, like less than $20 more. So we did the Ocean View. Okay. I didn't change my banner. So let me tell you, we're going to Hawaii. That was what this is. We are going to Hawaii, and it is with Norwegian. And sorry about that. Lots of phone calls. I'm telling you, our travel agent's job is really busy right now. Biggest push for travel agents, biggest increase since 9/11, since the last catastrophe. So, and we're here to serve you. But we are going to Hawaii, and all free. The perks are off the chart, guys. Specialty dining, specialty open bar, short excursion credits, Wi-Fi. They have friends and family specials where there are several that have such a discount for third and fourth. It's not much more than paying port taxes and their airfare. Anyway, Hawaii, aloha. This is where you want to go this October. Okay, now, Carnival has come up this week because they say their average is at 58% occupancy. I will tell you that some sailings during spring break are much, much higher. So 58% occupancy is their average of where they are, like as a whole, because some of their sailings for last week, this week, Easter time, some of those are at 100%, are very close to 100%. They're showing sold out online. If you want to know where your ship is, reach out to me. I'd be happy to see if I can find out for you. All right. Mississippi River Cruise. Viking is coming to the Mississippi River, and I'm telling you, that is going to be a whole new game because it is not the older vintage look of the Mississippi River boats. They've been doing this for years on top of years, but it is the American Steamboat Company. That's who I was trying to think of. It's not American Steamboat, who still have the paddle wheels, and it's not America Cruise Line, which has smaller ships, but they are ships that are more modern. But Viking Cruise Line is putting a ship in the Mississippi. And if you want the nicest, the most closely associated and experienced to regular cruising, it's going to be on Viking. I would love to do that sometime next year. Can't do it this year. Okay. Buffets are self-serve again. And that makes the queues are not long at all, because people do move faster when they don't have to wait for one server to go down the line. So the update right now is most cruise lines say that if these new numbers do not increase, that they will for sure have self-service buffets again. Viking and Holland American have blocked out tables. Like when we first started going to restaurants again after pandemic, you'd have this table is available, but this table and this table are blocked off. Well, some of the dining areas are that way. In the buffet area, Wonder of the Seas. Wonder of the Seas, I put a note to it. I put a note to Wonder of the Seas and a link to it that showed a really quick video. Wonder of the Seas is now the largest ship on the water. I had told you before that there was one in the dockyards, but do you know that that cruise company was part of Crystal Cruises, and that ship is maybe not ever come out? We don't know. We don't know what's going on with that. So right now, Wonder of the Seas is the largest thing. There is so much to tell you about. I'm going to do it as quickly as possible. I made note. So the Wonder of the Seas, I had friends on it this past week. It is the 5th of the Oasis class of mega ships, but it's not like any other because they have done so many new things. And the activities on board are included. The rock climbing wall, the zip lines, the Flowmaster where you can try to surf. They are included, and you just have to make reservations. The app is a very important thing to keep you where you need to be so that you make the reservations on time. Okay, I kind of lost you. Hold on. I'm sure that you are here. Oh, there you are. Don't touch that keyboard, Melinda. Okay. So the reason that it came up to my mind to tell you about it this week was because friends were on it this week, and they are in San Juan, or were in San Juan yesterday, and you have to wear a mask in San Juan. So if you're not ready for a mask, we need to look at those protocols, because in most places, like on the ship, you don't have to wear a mask. But in San Juan, when you come off the ship, unless you're eating or drinking, you have to wear a mask. All right. What I was so surprised about is how many pools and the variety of pools that they had and who they were for. So there are pools on the pool deck. The large pool is on one side. The opposite side of the ship is a kids splash and play area. Now, that's not going to be the pool that you're going to want to sit by and read a book. That might be the pool in the adults only area, or that might be at one of the pools at the back of the ship. Or it could be, if you're in a junior suite, it could be the pool that is at the suite area of the ship. And it has its own pools and hot tubs. Sorry about that. All right. So this ship, when I got on the first mega ship, the water show that they do off of this, and they jump into this little pool right here, This is the back of the ship, by the way. Um, that's 90 feet, and they do a aqua show. And again, you have to have the app because you have to register for that show as a reservation. But to sit about halfway back and see them jumping 25 feet in front of you and watching them come down was really, really cool. Much better than I thought it might be. Um, but their solarium area, let's see if I can get you closer. I'm going to have to post some real pictures. And I tried to download it here, but it didn't go very well. The solarium area is an area that they have completely enclosed. So if you want to sit out in the sun and read a book, but it is just too darn hot, you can be in the solarium area where there's AC. Now, it is not cold. It is not like in the hallways. It's just climate controlled because they do have hot tubs up there. And you wouldn't want it to be cold when you get out of a hot tub. They have a wonderful bistro in the solarium. So there's specialty dining. Specialty dining in specialty items. It was much better food for you. Wraps and paninis and no fries. So, all right. Somehow tonight, and I'm not sure what I did, I have lost Facebook and LinkedIn. So I hope that you can go rewatch it on on YouTube at For Melinda Fargus. Okay, to tell you more about this ship, the neighborhoods, there's 8 neighborhoods. So you wonder how this massive, from the pool deck where you get on the giant abyss, which is this slide, but not water slide. It's a slide that you sit on something like a like a burlap bag. I don't know. We used to sit on burlap bags, the slide down slides, but it goes down 10 stories. That's the pool deck to the promenade. Within those 10 stories, you have Central Park, which is outdoor plants and shrubs. It looks just like you have walked into a park at night. There are street lights. It looks just like you've walked into a park. It's a great area to hang out. There's live music at night. It would be like what you would find at Central Park. Underneath Central Park, well, not directly underneath, but down below that, there is the promenade. I am so apologetic. It is the promenade deck with all the shops. Also, in the middle of, like longer than a football field, we have boardwalk on the boardwalk. And on the boardwalk, that's where you'll find the full-size carousel with wooden hobby horses. You'll find sports cars. Really, on the new ship, it is a 66 red Mustang, white pinstriped. Awesome. Just beautiful. Great photo ops. Oh, and there's a cowboy hat would fit King Kong. It's about 15 feet long, and it is about 8.5 feet wide, and you can make pictures at it. If you want to be smart, let's say that here's the hat right here. If you want to pretend like it's going on your head, then you stand way out here and get in front of it and just position the hat to where when you're standing, it looks like that hat is above your head. Photo trick. I learned it when we were at the Leaning Tower of Pisa when Trey was like 6 years old, and he was doing like this. Looks like he was holding it up as strong as he could. And I said, grit your teeth like it's real heavy. And he did, but it was like he was holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And I will take nothing for those pictures. I think that the whole experience, I'm so thankful that we have those kind of travel memories. Okay. God, Wonder of the Seas. It has everything from a coastal kitchen to Starbucks on board. In the boardwalk neighborhood, there's Playmaker Sports Bar. And during March Madness, it would be the place to be because there are TVs all the way around the room. So anytime there's sports on, Playmakers is where you might want to find me. Um, the I told you about the Ultimate Abyss. Oh, while we're there on the boardwalk, Johnny Rockets is there. And Johnny Rockets during lunch and dinner, there is a fee for. There's a cost to. But if you go in the mornings, they do omelets and eggs, breakfast things, and there's no fee in the morning. Small tidbit from your favorite travel agent. Um, let's see. The new jogging track. Oh my goodness. If you're looking for a hideaway place, a secret place where there won't be anybody there, when you're leaving port or when you're coming into port and you want to make these great sunset pictures, go up to the jogging track. And at the back of the ship, it is old-fashioned banister on it. There's about I don't know, there's about 2 feet outside of the marked jogging track that you could stand and rest, make pictures. That's what I'd be looking. It is a perfect place to be. And again, when you work with a professional travel agent, or at least when you work with Action Travel, it's the little things that help make your trip. Anybody can book it. You can book it yourself, but do you know those little things to do and secrets that we can tell you just from experience or just from being there? Okay, let me keep going. I told you the rock climbing wall was free. On the jogging track, they also have a little room off to the side, and it has ping pong tables. You'd never be able to find it if somebody didn't tell you that because it doesn't look like it's on a jogging track. It just looks like it's on that deck. Okay. Last week, the ship had 4,200 passengers out of 6,200 that would fill the ship. So more than 58% occupancy. But again, last week was spring break. So for many people, it was the start week of spring break. I think the Central Park area and the music outside that I saw, and when the lights go down and these little torch lights come up, I think that's why I never felt like a mega ship was super crowded, because there were 10 decks of space longer than a football field that were full of things to do and things to see. And I mean, they have everything. They have a candy shop. They have a logo shop. They have I meant to tell you about this. They have a next cruise shop. So one of my passengers just paid off his summer cruise because in December, he went to the next cruise shop on board. He was kind enough to mention his favorite travel agent. So when he got off the ship, they sent me a copy of the reservation. But if you book while you're on the ship, it is a much smaller deposit. Like his was $100 to hold each cabin. There were 4 cabins. And then they got extra onboard credit because they booked it right then. So just some little incentives. And again, you can still work with your travel agent. You just have to let them know that that's what you want to do. If you book yourself, while I'm on this subject, if you book yourself, I can help you with that reservation as long as we take it over within a week after you've booked it. Like I have a really good friend, and he said, Melinda, I'd let you do it, but my wife wants the control of booking it. And I said, great, let her book it. And then I'll take it over and I'll help you make the payments as you want to make payments along the way. And I'll keep track of whether the rates are the same or whether I could provide a discount to you. Because I don't think his wife's going to watch that. Maybe. But we would do the check-in for them. There's just a lot of little things that, particularly if you haven't cruised. I haven't cruised yet since the pandemic. So, it makes no difference. The 40 cruises I've been on previously, it is different now. And that's why I'm staying abreast of things. And that's why I try to come on here and bring it all to you. Well, I am pushing my 30 minutes. And so I am going to check out for now. Um, I There aren't a lot of other big things. The world is open. Austria is about the only European country that is not open to you. And there are many, many countries that it's open to anyone with a um, negative COVID test. So if it's been on your bucket list to hit the road, get in the air, go see a different world, reach out to us because we would be happy to serve you. I did put my little banner and forgot to say something about it for Calendly. This is how you book a 30-minute non-interrupted phone call with me, and that's hard to find. It has been a great time, a very busy time, and we are training some new agents. So to be part of the Independent Agents of Action Travel. If it is something you have interest in, serious about it, it's not easy. It's work. It's a numbers game. It's just like any other sales. You have to see enough people to make the right kind of money. Uh, if you want to do it as a hobby, now's not the time for me to work with you. I do that in the fall, but travel is really, really, really picking up. So looking for some other agents out there that maybe had stepped back a little bit and want to get back in the limelight. Thank you so much. Linda Fargus, signing out. And I was trying to think of something cool to do. Tell me what you think of this. That's all, folks. Ciao.